Hi everyone, Richard Spence here, and I'm joined with Martin Stokes from Long Clawson Baptist Church, James Nichol, who's our Phase 2 manager, and Ian, who works in referrals and fundraising. And today we're going to be talking about intentions. Martin, you are a minister in a Baptist church. You also direct funerals as well. I was thinking across that spectrum there's a lot of people who suddenly make some quite life-altering decisions. How does that work with you as a minister, really?
It's talking to them and listening to what they are intending to do. Often, I've found that people will start, and then after they've started a while, they're not prepared for what they'll face.
Just to pair this up as well, I think, James, you find something really similar here at Phase 2. This is our biggest site.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's also where most of the work gets done as well. And you see intentions change from when they first came in to now. And what Martin's just described there, that discernment that goes on, that looking at how do we get the best out of their intentions and make sure they're equipped for it. What does that look like for you by comparison?
Quite often guys appear on the programme and their intention in coming on the programme is to maybe get off, maybe they've got a court case, maybe they're doing it for a loved one, maybe they're doing it, maybe their intention isn't in their heart for them to do it for themselves, which it needs to be. But a lot of time we see that change when they get here.
So what's the difference, do you think, in success when somebody's got that intention set in their own heart, coming from inside them, so an internal motivating factor, compared to an external motivating factor? What's the success look like there?
Somebody comes with, and I'll call it a pure heart, somebody who comes with a pure heart and their intention is, I've had enough of that life and I want a new life, I want to change that, I want to change how my life is.
So Ian's got quite a unique perspective because very recently he's been working in Phase 1 and now you're listening to guys who are applying to us. What's the intention coming in? Is it to get clean, dry, sober? Is it to avoid a court case like James was saying sometimes? Is it because this is something we just want right here and now, but maybe not long-term wise and don't have the support network for? Is it much different what you're hearing on the phone to who arrives with you on the day?
As James touched on, as you slowly get through it, you realise that you are doing it for yourself, and deep down it's not just about recovery and getting the clean time behind you, it's life-changing sacrifices that you're gonna benefit from 100%.
I think in the community that you minister to, you're not just seeing these drastic changes, which I believe you are as well, but you're also seeing people having to set intentions about small changes in their life. Does it require that same conviction, the intention?
You still have to want it for yourself. Talk about my mum. My dad passed away 10.5 years ago from cancer. And my mum was the quiet one. When my dad passed away, my mum could have been left on her own. She then started talking to one or two other people that she knew, and it was eventually an intention within herself to actually get out and go to other groups to help her.
What's all these talks are saying about how intentions would benefit us and what we use them for? What are the killers of intention, of resolutions? What stops us with these things?
If you're trying to do something on your own, you can soon get disillusioned and discouraged. There's part of you inside telling you don't want to do it. You want to be back where you were. And if you haven't got people there just checking on you, coming alongside you, mentoring you, from an outsider, that looks as though what you do here. You come alongside people and you can sympathise because you've been through that situation, and you can come alongside them and you know the things they might be facing and how they might be feeling at different times.
I think a lack of consequence or a lack of accountability can be a real killer to any motivation, any kind of intention going forward. One of the things that we see here, sadly, too often, is that there are guys who have an option to return to a life of addiction. And what I mean by that is there are guys who come in with the best intentions. I'm going to stay off drugs, I'm going to be resolved in myself. But after a little while, the family members will start giving person-centered praise rather than progress-centered praise. And the difference there is turning around to someone like, I think you do, I love you, this is really great, you're a changed man, I think you're ready, rather than the progress-centered praise, which is, I think what you're doing is really well, I want to keep seeing this in you, and motivating that progress rather than the person. Partner wouldn't let you come home. What did that do to your resolve?
To be honest, at the time, obviously, I wouldn't say I'd moan. I'd get a bit upset, just wondering why does she not want me home. But as I look back, sitting in the position I'm in now, I'm so grateful that she didn't allow me home, because it's our relationship as a family as a whole has took it as a whole new level. So it made me, again, like I say, it made me appreciate how much support she actually has for me, and how well she actually wants to see me do.
Talk about what's potentially the killer of motivation or killer of intent. Actually, how do we deal with success? So when we've intended something, when we've gone through that, let's talk about like a resolution, for example. When we succeed, what effect do you think that has on us?
People can fall back because they think that's it now, I've done it.
Yeah.
Tick the box,
Right.
I can just get on with life, and they go back and slip back into things that they were doing before.
Do we have any resolutions for this year, for this time in our life? Anything at all going on at the moment?
Stay grounded, continue to maybe progress work-wise, career-wise. I've finally been able to be a dad and be a partner, so that's my intention, is just stay that.
Mine's just really to grow as a pastor. Still a lot to learn, still need to continue growing with the Lord, and then be in a better place to support and help those that the Lord's given me to shepherd.
I've got intentions behind my education. I want to further my education this year. I'm looking into that at the moment. Behind who I'm connecting with as well. So it's outside my comfort zone, a lot of these intentions that I've got, resolutions that I've got. So that's pushing me in some new ways, and I'm setting myself goals and milestones, like you said. And actually, before we close, I really want to also thank in particular Long Clawson Baptist Church. Before Christmas, Long Clawson Baptist Church decided to intentionally really put aside some great donations for the guys for Christmas. They received some really wonderful gifts, and it was completely out of the blue. And Martin approached us, and it just showed a really wonderful heart behind the church, and Martin as well. So a huge thank you to Long Clawson. Thank you ever so much. Guys, this has been the couch session, all about resolution, intention, and how we look at it going forward. Thank you everyone for listening in, and we'll see you next time.